last few nights have been a freeze, and so my sweet potatoes, I've been harvesting them like crazy, and because they're not doing too good. But the rabbits are still eating them. They love them. I've noticed the freeze is hurting my squash plant too. Sadly, this pumpkin just started growing on its own. I did not plant it. And though it is orange, the stem here is still green. I mean, it's clearly not totally ripe yet. But due to the weather, the freezes we've been having, I'm just going to harvest the whole thing right now and give it to the goats. Here's another sweet potato plant I planted. Yeah, I'll just pull that up. Now you can see the weeds are doing quite good. They are surviving the freeze just fine. And normally, I would just let the goats in here and they could just start cleaning it up. But I'm not going to do that. First of all, my radish, the seeds aren't dried out enough in order to harvest them, and they just get eaten. I have 3 aloe vera plants that I did take in the house. Here's one of the aloe vera plants. Oh, I have another one under the bag. I had this covered up, but the bag flew away. The problem with these 2 aloe vera plants is there's ants in the pots. So I don't want them in the house, so I just covering them up, hoping they survive. This, I don't know where the bag that I had covering this up is. It's in here somewhere. But I'm also growing chard. It's still doing great. And these are all rutabagas. Rutabagas and chard can still grow in the winter. So they'll be eaten if I let the goats in. So I can't let the goats in. But I can feed the rabbits and the goats pumpkins and let them clean all that up and not go to waste. I'm going to harvest them now. This is just a free pumpkin plant. I did not plant pumpkin in here. It started growing in a spot that I never planted anything, in fact. So I've got there's 4 pumpkins here, and then stepping over, there's this little dude here, which clearly is not ripe enough, but the goats won't care. So that's the update of the garden. It's been a pretty crappy year for the garden. Oh, I need to go look at the peas that were going, see how they're doing. This summer it was so dry that the vegetables just, even though I was watering every day, it was so hot and dry, they just didn't even germinate. It was really sad. But that's the way some years are. Ooh, I've got flowers on my pea plants now. The peas are still doing good, so that's a bonus. This beautiful fence. This is the 3rd year I've had this plant growing. It seems to be it has characteristics of certain native plants that can produce food for birds. It grows berries that the birds can eat, but they're toxic to people. So I just let it grow for the birds. But it's been here 3 years. Here's my compost pile. Started out with leaves. I've been adding coffee grounds, tea. Some plants have been growing in there this one's still going. Well, some of the others seem to have disappeared. I don't know if a bird or somebody ate it or if the freeze killed it off. Oh, there's the bag that was over the aloe vera. Some of the weeds aren't doing too good. Surprisingly, now I've had a rabbit, I believe, come in and eat this like 2 or 3 times, but Interesting. This is a basil plant, and it's still doing good. I'm surprised. Maybe it's getting insulated here from the freeze. Definitely insulated from all the wind. It's a very windy day. So I've been just coming in here daily, harvesting whatever I could, weeds and stuff, throwing them to the chickens and ducks, goats, whoever. So, there's a lot growing in here, just not food for me, which is the pits. But maybe I'll get some peas. Maybe. It's supposed to, every night we have a chance of hitting a freeze this week. But the lows are supposed to be around 32, sometimes 34. So some of these plants that are more sensitive may survive because it's so iffy. Though clearly the sweet potatoes and the pumpkins, they're not doing well. So I'm going to pull them all up and, I'll take these into the house. I've had some sweet potatoes that were, this thick that I've just let the rabbits have or the goats or whoever eat. So that's just a quick update of my garden as we've had our first freeze of the year now. And obviously some plants are still doing really good and others aren't. And if you have any idea how to get rid of ants out of a planter without using any kind of chemicals, I'd like to know. It would be nice to save this plant and bring it into the house. But I don't want ants in my house. And I not just have that planter, but I have what's underneath this bag. This one's a much smaller, but still, I literally can see the ants crawling around in the dirt and everything. So if you have any suggestions, I would appreciate it. And I just wanted to show you a quick update of the end of the fall garden, or definitely the summer plants. And we'll see what makes it through the winter. You take care and you have a wonderful day. And thanks for watching. This is Built on the Rock Homestead. And I'm so glad you were able to join and listen. You have a wonderful day.